What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, and I'm here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors, man. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm to help push this content further and just help more people become more informed investors. So salute to y'all that's following and tapped into the information. Y'all would have got this update yesterday. I told y'all Shytoshi was coming with some form of a surprise for us. Now, I don't even think this is it, but it's just good to see that, you know, we are tapped in like that, where we got our finger on the pulse, where we can get this information out first. So one of the things I wanted y'all to see, well, we just got this retweet from Shytoshi saying, or a tweet saying, okay, I'm loving this. At Willie's Friends whitelist NFT giveaway. Good luck, everyone. So here's information how to participate in the whitelist. I'll retweet this on my page so that way y'all can all have information on this. So it looks like to win one of 100 whitelist spots, you got to follow at Willie's Friends, retweet this with your entry, tag 3 friends, join the Discord at Wellies, and good luck. So we'll jump in on this. We'll let's see, get our 3 people tagged. Let's see, Milkshake, and we'll tag Shib Informer. So we entered where we should be in the running for this now. So we got a like on there. But what I really wanted to bring y'all was this update that we got from Shytoshi, saying this is the first in a series of articles when I give my granular opinion, various aspects of the Shiba ecosystem. The first article focuses on the Shib big picture from my perspective. It is worth your time to read this. So let me change the screen so y'all can view this as well. But just a quick look at that 3D token for the whitelist giveaway right here. So we retweeted that. You can find all the information for this whitelist giveaway. Only 100 spots on my page, so go retweet it. Try to you know, get in there. So we got a couple of updates, but this is the main one I wanted to really get into. So here's from the official shibaswap blog. So supreme arts for trying times from Shytoshi. Today, the 26th, this is a 7-minute read. So I updated y'all. Go look at the channel. I told y'all Shytoshi was coming with a surprise for us today. This is the first, you know, I was the first person to drop that information. So let's dig into this and see what, you know, the update we have. And remember, this is a first in the series of articles. So I told y'all we got, you know, a lot more coming, you know, in the future. So what is Shib? It can be argued by many what exactly Shib is, but everyone should remember that. Ryoshi said it best. Shib is an experiment in decentralization. Our Shib's experience is unique because we set out to surpass Doge in market cap, and did. We set out to build an amazing DeFi platform that gives bone holders the ability to vote on a variety of projects, and we did. We set out to have Shib be accepted worldwide as a viable currency, and it is. We watched Shib become utilized to slow the COVID pandemic in India, and then watched leftover funds be redistributed to do more good through our friend VB. In my humble opinion, this proves that when you view the world as a platform in which a token can interact, you see how such a unique asset, in fact, some could call it a money or commodity, and likewise powerful brand, could redefine decentralization. Yet, and still, many questions remain about why Shib has taken the path it has, which includes our own ecosystem centered around a series of tokens, blockchain, DeFi platform, NFTs, stable token, metaverse, hot clothing, capsules, ultra quality food chain, and collectible card games. Through this set of articles, I hope to shed some light on the thought process, friends we've made along the way, and why I believe our experiment has a bright future on a global and digital scale. Before we discuss how we will change the world, let's do a quick recap of world events since we last spoke. Yes, it's a doozy. These last 2 years have been insane. No other way to put it. Lockdowns and COVIDs. Yes, I had it, the Alpha variant. You've seen the memes for high gas, and to top it off, it wasn't enough. What may become a world war. Quickly here, Let me say that various ongoing wars in the world, including Ukraine, Ethiopia, Israel, not to name just a few, have created humanitarian crises that deserve your support. If you have the financial means, I believe this is a personal matter, but that you should support nonprofits that have dedicated track records in helping in these war-torn areas. The Red Cross comes to mind as one that is trusted. If it's not war, it's the possibility of supply chain distributions, bird flu, another wave of pandemic, more lockdowns, earthquakes in diverse places, and of course, inflation. I'm not an expert, but I enjoy history enough to know that it doesn't take much for the delicate balance of our modern world to be thrown away. For many, this will generate fear. Others may read on with hope. Why? Because I also know that during times of incredible fear, turmoil, economic collapse, and what the masses would call SHTF scenarios, so stuff hitting the fan, millionaires are made. In fact, in the past, during, before, and after these unique moments in history, many millionaires are made because they have traditionally used these downturns to their advantage. In no way am I expecting a downturn for Shib, quite the contrary. Most economics are expecting the factors mentioned above to create a downturn for in real life businesses, stocks, and rise prices, which is no surprise, but a new world to emerge from the ashes like a phoenix of sheeptastic proportion. Still, the question remains, how exactly do the rich get richer in these downtimes? I've asked myself this for months and done a decent amount of research to come with the following opinionated conclusion. History shows repeatedly that the wealthy invest in safe haven assets like gold, real estate, art, and food to beat inflation. It would also seem they invest in strong businesses and brands that outline the turmoil, and this explains why such a young country such as the USA, there are still many businesses that are well over 100 years old. But that was decades ago. How would the ultra rich come out on top of stuff hitting the fan situation now in the current world? Let's go a bit deeper. History is a cycle you can adjust. Well, again, in only my humble opinion, they do exactly the same thing, but with a twist. Since real estate is tricky right now, look at an empty mall as an example. And with the advent of new digital currencies that have already been cleared to be useful ways to transfer assets, even in places like Ukraine and Russia when banks go down, the new way of doing business becomes clear as day. And it can mean that a new wave of investors will find themselves holding new asset classes. And this is exactly what we are seeing, be it from the CEO of Southeast Asia's largest bank saying that Bitcoin and crypto is an alternative to gold, or Paris Hilton holding a very expensive NFT. We've seen those in power diversifying into the space of which we are a major player. That brings me to the next conundrum. How could a top 20 cryptocurrency align itself with these trends to stay ahead, relevant, and provide value? So Shib, 4D chess viewpoint. In my opinion, an increase in value comes from massive, continual long-term burns and or increase in holders utilizing the token and or increase in brand recognition, which in turn increases holders. With this in mind, each partnership has been carefully handpicked to reach different markets, different pieces necessary for true adoption, while working with the best companies that offer our expertise and distribution on a worldwide scale. In this way, we align in these arenas and achieve the 4D goal of winning this FUD entanglement. Let's look at the products again closely. So currency. In a recession or depression, some forms of money, often not money, but instead a fiat currency, go figure, face inflation, deflation, or hyperinflation, while other forms of currency such as gold increase or maintain relative value. We've already seen this. In Shib, it would be the equivalent to the trio of tokens that interact to give us the backbone needed to have a truly decentralized universe. Shib, leash, exclusivity, and bone voting. These forms of digital money are available and provide Shibians the ability to interact and grow with the ecosystem. Real estate. Real estate is another core asset class that we've seen affect the outcomes of brands that survived and thrived during or after depressions. One that comes to mind is Marriott, which started as a root beer stand and grew after the Great Depression. In the new Shib universe, digital real estate would supplement the real estate we've seen rise in value and cost these past few years. Let me read that again. In the new Shibverse, digital real estate would supplement the real estate we've seen rise in value and cost these past few years. We've also seen the locations be perfect place for games, stories, food, and fun. Furthermore, as a nexus for commerce and conversation, the Shibverse will take the concept to the next level. Food. Quite a few brands from the Great Depression of the 1920s emerged and flourished. Gallo Wind is a great example of one that shines of an example of being a startup in startling times. For us, quality food combined with enterprising strategies provides yet another wonderful example of rethinking business and decentralization to allow Shib to grow beyond what anyone could imagine. Art. Wish I had an original, normal Rockwell, but since I live in the greatest art renaissance possibly ever, NFTs, I can use a minimal investment to hold an incredible piece of art just the same. Best of all, there is art available from multiple artists and even collectibles that influence and reflect the other aspects of the ecosystem they reside in. New models of business and ways to compensate smart contractors are being deployed before our eyes. So fashion. As a bonus, it is important to note that the successful wanted to showcase their success via extravagant clothing and posh parties. In today's term, we would call this the ultimate flex. In the new world, our NFT items and the rarity associated therein provide the perfect example of rethinking an exclusive product. In fact, by making fashion more than just what you wear, but instead of an asset in digital form, we align with tried and true trends in hot fashion. For instance, the high-end purse you purchase will retain value far into the future, no different than the Swiss watch. These assets then confer exclusivity, but also do much more. So back to Shib. What does all this have to do with Shib? Ryoshi is a genius. So remember, I let y'all know that I do know who the real Ryoshi is, the real Shytoshi is. So if y'all would know this, information, which, I don't want to just drop it, just yet, because I don't want people to take this information the wrong way. And I also don't want it to, cause any backfires to, the team members. But, I definitely think, people will be excited to know, that Ryoshi is a real life genius, y'all. And I mean, this man is probably one of the smartest people of this times. He's up there with Vitalik and, Elon and them. He's up there. And no, it is not Vitalik. A lot of people say, is the creator Vitalik? Is it Elon? No, it is not those fellas. So let's keep going here. But, and projects, each will have burns inherent. So let's also go back over this real quick. So Ryoshi is a genius. Well, in my very humble opinion, and only my opinion as another holder, Ryoshi created more than a meme and more than a token. He created a decentralized digital commodity. Why, how, and what makes it different than the other tokens? Glad you asked. Many tokens on the market are inherently designed, meaning within their code, to burn during transactions. Others are centralized. Some burn to wallets on every transaction, but not Shib. It burns through community efforts. Therefore, the first burn and designation of this trait of the Shib commodity was to VB, this first burn wallet. I'm pretty sure Ryoshi never expected VB to even notice Shib, and therefore it was dead. But even VB months later utilized and confirmed this burning trait by burning billions of dollars worth of Shib after utilizing Shib to make one of the largest donations in history. Scammers utilize this burn trait to scam and create all types of schemes. Luckily for Shib, legit burn strategies exist, and for core Shib products and projects, each will have burns inherent. So it's very important to keep in mind that each product and project will have burns included. So however, it cannot be underestimated how useful and important this trade is. As we've explained many times, we can't just burn a large part of the supply. We simply don't own the Shib to do so. If we are going to generate and maintain large burns of Shib, we will have to generate and maintain large streams of revenue by companies that agree to burn Shib in large quantities. This requires a lot of Shib army members to really consider the best ways to extract value, burns from and for Shib. Just like making wine from grapes, while the project and products emerge quickly, others will take longer to create and vet as legit. But each adds to the second thing that makes Shib grow in value. So we got to go over this again. This is something that I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all the ways that we will see the most burn happening hasn't even been created yet. We're just seeing the like I always say, the highways and the railroads laid down right now, just the ideas and the concepts of getting these burns done right now. But once the community really comes together and organize this, we get a lot more partnerships or partnerships involved, then, you know, this burn rate is going to drastically increase. You know, somebody's going to create something. You know, we might have a part in this. You know, I'm talking with a lot of people, a lot of teams reach out to me as well, you know, trying to figure out ways they can incorporate a SHIB burn into their project also. So that's another thing. But, you know, a lot of people are working to make this happen. And this is a very unique, special thing. Instead of it being built into the contract where it does it automatically, this is something that is up to community members to do if we want it to happen. So Ryoshi was a genius by this, because now it's making us basically refine, you know, this whole investing process, you know, to a deeper level to, you know, increase the growth or the value of the token itself. So very wise, very, you know, a smart move to do. So long term, oh, and something else I want to hit on too. The team says they do not own the tokens to do so. So a lot of people ask the question, why don't the team just burn a large portion of the tokens and just send the price up? They don't have those tokens. So they would have to buy the tokens from, you know, the contract or, you know, the pools, and, you know, then take the tokens and burn them after the fact. Or, you know, create these partnerships where legit businesses agree to do burns in corporation with SHIB. Like we just seen, John Richmond is doing a 9% shibainu burn on all transactions purchased through now payments on their website. So that's something very important to see. Also, is that, no, not I think that was John Richmond's, or it might have been Welly's if I'm not mistaken, but I believe it was John Richmond though. Matter of fact, it was John Richmond's. So you know, things like that happening. You know, we're gonna see a lot of businesses FOMO into, you know, this space and try to figure out how they can become valuable to, you know, these OG projects. Shiba Inu is going to be one of the OG projects that stick around, you know, so we're going to see a lot of businesses, you know, come to our ecosystem and try to, you know, incorporate themselves with it. So just stay tuned for that. But long-term goal, total wallet saturation. The goal of any enterprise is world domination. Be in the new world order or in any ancient civilization, if you aren't reaching for total dominance, you aren't reaching hard enough. I specifically admire companies in Japan with 100-year or longer business plans. It is with the heart of this concept I write that to each total SHIB wallet saturation and the desirable results therein. We have to focus on a final point, which is growing brands and having our own location to enjoy life. So recap. Now you understand why SHIB has this larger than life plan to dominate various genres and business segments. To have SHIB as a brand and ecosystem rule while providing value and burns back to the community. As this series of articles continues, I'll go into granular details on why each component, SHIB, leash bones, shibarium, shibaswap, shiboshis, the shibers, the SHIB collective card game by Playside, SHIB fashion with John Richmond, SHIB food with Wellies, and Shiba ? Are all aligned and will work in tandem to shed light during these dark days. So that's what we got for this article. I just wanted to bring this to y'all, you know, do a little due diligence with y'all together and, you know, see where we're headed in the future of Shiba Inu. It's very important to see, you know, these key strategies that are or decisions that are being made and what's the strategy behind them. And if you kind of pay attention, Shytoshi has a point. You know, we have, you know, several different partnerships where they all basically align in some shape, form, or fashion and helping us reach our overall goal of complete domination, like Shytoshi says. So, you know, I'm holding long term, very bullish on this, looking forward to, you know, our community, this channel here, playing a major role in helping this goal. So if y'all rock with me and y'all have ideas to help increase this burn, you know, one of my members reached out to me and said possibly doing a lottery where basically we do a pool prize. You get tickets, basically 50% goes to the winner and 50% goes to being burned. So let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think we should do a burn lottery on the channel? That's just something that our community is doing to help push the goal further, and the people that want to participate in it can, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. So let me know in the comment section what y'all think about that. That's all we got for this video. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.